David, good to see you once again. Let's talk about what they have done off the pitch now on the heels of Mo Salah, new contract. We've got Virgil van Dijk coming back to Liverpool. What more can you add to what Liverpool has done here?
Yeah, Ahmed, it's a 2-year contract for Virgil van Dijk. That takes him through to the summer of 2027, finally ends speculation and uncertainty about his future. There are no break clauses in that deal. There are no release clauses, and he will not be taking a pay cut. That means he's believed to be continuing to earn in the region of £400,000 a week. Not bad money if you can get it. And that would, we think, keep him as the best paid defender in the whole of Europe. It shows how highly Liverpool ultimately value Virgil van Dijk. That salary is near guaranteed. The only incentives relate to team performance as opposed to individual, and all parties ultimately ended happy with the outcome following months of talks. There were ups and downs, but they were cordial throughout. The reason it took so long is because there was so much change at Liverpool. The sporting director, Richard Hughes, arrived and he had to take on a lot of responsibility, inherited this issue. Jurgen Klopp left, Arne Slot arrived, a new style of play. And obviously a player into their 30s, you have to see how all of that melts together before taking such a big decision. The talks were between Richard Hughes and Neil Fewings of the Roof Agency, Virgil van Dijk's representative, overseen by Michael Edwards, Chief Executive of Football for Fenway Sports Group. And Virgil van Dijk has a really good relationship with the owners, FSG. And so ultimately this panned out how everybody wanted it. There were no breakdowns or rejections of the contracts. This just took time. Now, there was interest from elsewhere in Virgil van Dijk, but his priority was always to remain with Liverpool. And that was matched by their ambition, which is expected to be underlined by their summer transfer plans. They've saved money in the last couple of windows, so their finances are in good shape to add a striker, for example. And we do expect Darwin Núñez to leave. To strengthen at left-back, somebody like a Milos Kerkez, for example, at Bournemouth, but that would require one of Robertson or at Tsimikas to depart. Maybe a centre-half arriving. They like Dean Huijsen of Bournemouth. Let's see what happens with Ibrahima Konaté's contract because it's entering its last 12 months. And there may be more work to do on what's expected to be a busy summer at Anfield, but somebody who's going to be there to stay is Virgil van Dijk, not just for his impact on the pitch, but off it too, helping younger players, his influence in the dressing room. He's captain, he's played 100% of Premier League minutes this season. So he joins Mo Salah in staying. The only outstanding issue is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Nothing official yet, but the expectation is that he will join Real Madrid as a free agent in the summer.
Yeah, David, and per your reporting, Chelsea, one of those clubs that was eyeing Virgil van Dijk if he were to get away from Liverpool. That was not to happen. We talked about Chelsea getting booed off the pitch after their last result in the Conference League. So what can you tell us about Enzo Maresca, his status heading into the summer leading the Blues?
Yeah, Ahmed, I might just start with Van Dijk. There was interest from Chelsea in signing Virgil van Dijk if he had become available, but ultimately he only had eyes on Liverpool. And that shows there is no rule on only signing under-23 players at Stamford Bridge, as some have suggested. Yes, their recruitment has been young. They've got the youngest average squad or team in the Premier League this season. I think they're looking for impact players, whether that be younger or indeed older. And that's why somebody of Van Dijk's calibre, it's not about them being older and more experienced just because of his quality. But let's see what happens in this summer market. Their top priority is a striker. And they're looking at names such as Liam Delap, Benjamin Sesko, Hugo Ekitike. Then the wing position too, with Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao, of Jamie Gittins, Borussia Dortmund, and Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United, among a number of options. In midfield, they'll have Andre Santos coming in from his loan at Strasbourg. He's expected to be part of the first team setup. Dario Esugo has signed on a pre-contract from Sporting Lisbon, and he'll be as part of the squad too. They've got to look at their defence. There's a number of options like Huijsen, Murillo, Branthwaite, Hatto, Mark Gahey, but I think that would be dependent on exits. And the goalkeeping situation. Are Sanchez or Jorgensen going to take that number 1 jersey, or is Petrovic going to come back? Mike Penders has been signed as well. it's up for grabs, or will they recruit? We'll have to wait and see. But Maresca's position appears to be safer now. He's on a 5-year contract with the option of a 6th. He's a younger manager. And with the Club World Cup that Chelsea are competing in, a busy summer, the new Premier League season round the corner, I would expect him to not be evaluated until the end of his 2nd year at Chelsea. They want to build with him. He's got a close working relationship with the sporting hierarchy at Stamford Bridge. He'll be involved in these recruitment decisions. He is admired by other clubs, actually, Enzo Maresca, and Chelsea will want to work with him and to succeed in collaboration. They want to qualify for the Champions League. The position is there for the taking. They've spent most of the season in that top sort of 4 or 5 positions. There has been a slump that's corresponded with injuries and the loss of form by Cole Palmer. But the focus is still there to get that qualification spot. There'll be deep disappointment if they don't get it. But if they don't, I don't think it's a sacking situation for Enzo Maresca. I think that he is going to remain in position in what ultimately, despite the frustrations, has been a season of progress compared to what's happened in the past. And so Chelsea will look to recruit again in the summer, as we've explained, with Enzo Maresca there. Compete in the Club World Cup in the States as well, which will bring huge finances, even if they don't qualify for the Champions League. But they're hoping to, and it's still very much a possibility. 4 wins should do it. They've got cup finals to play, and it starts with Fulham.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lowe, and as we head towards the end of an exciting Premier League season, make sure you like and subscribe on the NBC Sports YouTube channel for more content like this.